Menistan.
60-kilogram weight category. Red corner, Tsepo Lepoqo from Lesotho. Blue corner, Luke Jackson from Australia. First round.
Well, the favourite for this particular contest would be the orthodox boxer from Australia, all in blue, the team skipper, Luke Jackson. And already there's a fairly busy start from the taller of the two, the southpaw wearing red from Lesotho, Lepoqo. They say that styles make contests. Richie, what do you make of this so far?
Well, I think Jackson, he may be the favourite, but he's got his work cut out here because he's in against a guy, southpaw, who's going to be awkward, got fast hands, likes to throw that right hook, doesn't he, as his opponent's coming in. I think Jackson's doing the right thing in keeping the guard up, but he's got to get close to his man here because this guy's got a bit of height and reach as well, and being a southpaw, that adds just a little bit more awkwardness to the task ahead. So yeah, he's got it all to do, Jackson. He's got to get close up to his man.
Well, he's tried just about every shot in the book in the opening minute. Lepoqo, Jackson trying to get in close. Bit of holding from Lepoqo. Turkmenistan referee won't allow that. Listen please to the command. Stop, break and box, the three verbal commands given. Again, Jackson gets into that tucked up style. Four years ago in Melbourne, when he was boxing in the last now defunct 57-kilogram division, the featherweight division, he disposed of opponents from Namibia, Jamaica and Uganda, and lost in the semi-final to Marullah from Pakistan. A very good boxer. Well, more than halfway through the first round, still not a scoring point registered, which is interesting. Punches have to be delivered with the knuckle part of the glove on the target area, and they've got to land with sufficient force before three of the five judges at ringside think it's a scoring blow, and they simultaneously press the appropriate button, red or blue.
Well, Lepoqo's thrown probably double the shots that the Australian boxer has, but Jackson's got a very good guard, and they've all hit the arms and gloves. So full marks to Jackson for a good guard, and he's blocking those shots. But Lepoqo, he's got to be a little bit more accurate. That was a nice shot through the middle. Didn't score though. But as I say, Jackson, he's got a few problems here, and he's experiencing the typical problem that a lot of orthodox fighters have against southpaws, is sometimes they find themselves too far away from the target, so he's got to move his feet close in to actually land his shot. What he doesn't want to be doing is launching an attack from too far away and falling short, because that's when the southpaw will come back and catch you with a counter. So he's got to keep that guard high, the Australian here.
Interesting to hear what the corner, in particular the Australian head coach Bobo Andres, says to him. Trying to think, have we had a scoreless opening round all the way through? 219 contests. Remember, this is number 35. Not a point scored. Jackson having to work very hard indeed, and having a tough time coming to terms with the southpaw style of this youngster from Lesotho. Tsepo Lepoqo.
Jackson here just trying to come forward. A couple of shots I thought might
that right hand
there.
wasn't bad. That right hand was a good shot.
But here, look, just inaccuracy and just missing the target slightly from Lepoqo, although he did throw more punches. Now, as this contest is going to go on, Jim, you'll find that Lepoqo, if he keeps this work rate up, loopholes are going to appear in his style because he's started off at a fast pace. So Jackson's just going to be patient here, keep the guard high, and pick the odd shot here and there. This is going to be a low-scoring contest, I think. Patience.
Lesotho 0, Australia 0. Sounds like something in final score. But this is a lightweight contest in the 2010 Commonwealth Boxing Championships, and we have the opening point and it's gone to the Australian team captain in blue, the Tasmanian, Luke Jackson.
Yeah, and he scored with the left hook there, so that's maybe the shot then he's got to be practicing now. He was throwing more right hands in the first round, they wasn't getting home. So with that low right hand of Lepoqo's, maybe it's the left hook from Jackson that's going to do the trick here. Maybe feint with the right and just come across with that left hook. Remember, it's delivered out of the line of vision of the southpaw. It's always a great shot to throw against the southpaw, especially if he's got a low lead hand.
Good tight defence by Jackson, and just pops out and delivers a little right. Didn't count though. Been quite impressed with this youngster from Lesotho.
Yeah, he's got a good work rate. He just needs to be a little bit more accurate with the shots. Maybe try and sell his opponent a few feints and trying to bring the guard down of Jackson a little bit. But his work rate's good. It's just that he's been hitting all... Look, he's just hitting elbows and gloves all the time. Look, he's going to work well.
Second little caution from the referee, who's from Turkmenistan, to Luke Jackson for not hitting with the knuckle part of the glove. Good right hand by Jackson. Oh, sweet little punch. Just found a tiny, tiny gap and exploited it. Clever work by the Australian team captain. Strong weight division. There's no fewer than 34 boxers, the most of any of the weight divisions, and there are only 10 here in Delhi. But it's a tough half of the draw that includes two of the medal favourites, Bhagwan from India and Britain's or England's Thomas Stoker. Another one to Jackson, nicely done.
That was a great example of making your opponent miss. Making his opponent miss and then coming back with a counter. Super work there from Jackson.
Do you get the feeling, Richie, that Lepoqo is starting to slow a little bit? He put so much into that opening round, and of course it's 3 threes and not 4 twos, and you can probably go hell for leather for 2 minutes, but you can't for 3 unless you're supremely fit.
Well, I said that at the end of the round, that he'd have to be extremely fit to keep this work rate up. There's another right hand again from Jackson, and you just had to be patient, and loopholes start to appear. The guard starts to come down, they start to switch off mentally, and Jackson's took advantage of that.
Yes, it was 0-0 at the start of the round, and Luke Jackson has opened up a 4-point gap and looking very comfortable, breathing fairly heavily because he put a lot into that, had to take a lot of shots. There was a very good right hand from Lepoqo, got right through the Australian's guard, and I think the referee was blocking off the 2 judges who were on the far side of the ring. And remember, it's 3 judges, and if 2 are completely unsighted and one of them doesn't press, then you haven't got much of a chance of recording something, and that's one of the faults of the system. But if the judges can't see it, then they can't record it, and that's what they recorded on.
Well, Lepoqo was just a little bit unlucky there not to score a point, but the better, cleaner work was definitely from Jackson, although he probably threw half the punches that Lepoqo did.
3 more minutes for Luke Jackson to negotiate to win his opening contest in this his second Commonwealth Games. Moved up from featherweight in Melbourne 4 years ago. What will they be or have been saying to Lepoqo in the Lesotho corner, Richie?
Well, I know what I'd have been saying to him. They've got to try and bring the guard down a little bit of Jackson. Maybe whip some downstairs, throw some feints, make him think an attack's coming that's not coming, and make him move his hands a little bit. That's what they should be saying. But any boxer with a high guard, you've got to target the body and try and hurt him downstairs, which obviously lowers the gloves a little bit.
It should be a little bit easier if you've got that reach advantage. He's very long arms, Lepoqo. But Jackson has boxed very clever, and he's the shorter of the 2, and he crouches and he keeps the hands up, and the target area is very difficult to try to spot. Yeah,
and you see, if Lepoqo, if he was to start trying to sell his opponent a few feints, making his opponent fall short, because he's got the height and reach. So if Jackson falls short with an attack, then he comes back, Lepoqo, with a counter, but he's not doing it.
And he's not
Yeah,
gonna-
that was a typical example. You see, Jackson fell short there. He should have then threw the right uppercut there. Lepoqo who would have caught Jackson.
Yeah, but he's not going to win this on the back foot, is he?
Very difficult now.
Coming up to the midway point in the third and final round, Jackson from Australia, team captain, 4 points up as he was at the start of the round.
See, it's okay boxing on the back foot, Jim, as long as your opponent's coming forward, because then opportunities will present themselves. I mean, Jackson is still coming forward looking to force the fight, so there are opportunities here for Lepoqo, but he's not taking advantage.
Got his opening point, Lepoqo. Is there time for a quick flurry? He needs 4 unanswered points to win this contest. Jackson, I don't think, is going to concede too many more. When they both stand upright, there's a huge advantage in terms of height and reach in favour of Lepoqo. Jackson's sheer experiences has carried him through. I'm sure we'll see more of Lepoqo.
Jackson just needs to sit back now. I'm sure I seen him look at his corner then. They would have told him that he's still 3 points ahead. Just wait for your man to come. Play the waiting game now. There you go. That's it. That's a good shot. Look as his man's coming in.
Take him a wee while just to settle himself in terms of coming to terms with the southpaw style. Lepoqo's trying all sorts of interesting things, and all he's doing is leaving himself open. He's going to get caught again, and he has done.
Lovely boxing there from Jackson. In and out. He was playing the part of the counter puncher there. In and out, first and third. First with the attack, Lepoqo comes back, and then Jackson comes back again with that third phase attack.
You make it sound so simple.
It's a lot easier sitting here, Jim. This is the thing, isn't it?
Isn't that the truth? So 4-0 up at the start of the round, 6-1 up at the end of the round, and at the end of the contest. And Luke Jackson, the bronze medalist in the featherweight division 4 years ago from his native Australia. And the Tasmanian and the Australian team captain has successfully negotiated the opener here in Delhi.
Yeah, showed his experience there, Jackson. Good performance, because at the start, then Lepoqo had a high work rate, and he could have given Jackson some problems there, but the Australian boxed very well, was patient, had a good guard, blocked a lot of the shots, and that last round in and out, he was very good.
60 kilogram weight category by points, 1-6. Winner in the blue corner, Luke Jackson from Australia.